James "Chip" Hanlon was a Pitt alumnus and serial entrepreneur who became one of the Innovation Institute's first entrepreneurs in residence. Hanlon passed away unexpectedly in June of 2016. In his honor, the Innovation Institute has established the James "Chip" Hanlon Volunteer Mentor Award to recognize an individual who exemplifies Chip's dedication and enthusiasm for helping Pitt innovators navigate the unfamiliar terrain of entrepreneurship.
Mentors are really one of the lifebloods of what we do here at the Innovation Institute. So there's really no recipe book for how do you go from idea to commercialization or from kind of concept to market. The only way to do that is through having someone as a guide that's done it before.
The inaugural recipient is Denny Wist.
Denny was one of the first mentors that we brought into the program multiple years back. And he's been a repeat mentor on all kinds of our programs.
I started out as a technical person in the steel mill, and I spent about 40 years in the steel business. But along the way, I did buy my own business. It was an electronic components design and manufacture business. And recently, I just sold that. It's interesting because it's almost like a teaching type of role. For example, my new team is in the School of Dentistry, and I explained that businesses that fail, they fail at the top line. And I saw these puzzled looks. I said, do you guys know what a P&L is? Do you know what a top line is? And they said no. So it's like, okay, we have to take a step back and explain it.
Wist was matched last year with Dr. Cameron Dezfulian on the Threadrite IV team, which is developing a system for more accurate catheter insertion.
Pitt has been great in terms of moving it along because from literally the moment that I came up with the idea, I sent the email once I wrote it up into kind of a proposal to George. He had me submit a disclosure. From the moment that disclosure went in, I got contacted from Paul Petrovich to join the First Gear program, and that's where I got partnered with Denny. He really, first of all, has the organizational skills. He makes sure that we have minutes of meetings, that we have action items, that we follow up on those action items, that things don't get missed or forgotten or swept under the rug. He also really does have his own desire to innovate, and so in the process of coming up with what now is the final prototype of Threadrite IV, Denny actually played a big role in terms of coming up with ideas to get around some of the problems we ran into. He, from the start, went kind of above and beyond. I doubt he needs this job, but I think he enjoys it and it's fun for him.
When I went to conduct a lot of these interviews with healthcare professionals, Denny actually came along the first few times and showed me a good way to interact with people and to really verify that I was getting the right information from them.
I have his cell phone number, I have his email, so whenever I need to, I reach out to him. Sometimes if I need someone to throw, just spitball some ideas, non-technical ideas, he's also great at doing that as well.
Denny, made sure that we were going after opportunities, including the Center for Medical Innovation that gave us our first grant, which allowed us to basically make our prototype, and then the Coulter Foundation, which is behind us now and allowing us to get that into testing. Here's something that within a matter of a couple of years really went from concept to something I could touch, and then potentially can go from there into patients. So that's really exciting. I think Pitt has set up really a good environment to bring ideas to fruition, and if we didn't have that kind of environment, with all the other things that I have on my plate, I'm sure this one would have withered and been forgotten.
The more we did the customer discovery, the more it became obvious that there's a really untapped potential here. I had no idea that catheter insertion was so problematic, and our invention eliminates that problem. So as we went through that, when we ended, I thought, this is a really great idea.
Fasher said there is a growing need for business mentors at Pitt.
Due to the large number of teams, we've actually amassed over the last few years a large Rolodex of mentors. So we have a good collection of people that have helped us before, people that have told us, when you need me, give me a call, I'm ready to help again.
When I started Threadrite, one of the co-mentors on that project was Chip Hanlon. And I got to know Chip, and really he was kind of my role model for a mentor. If you were going to build a mentor from scratch, you would build Chip Hanlon. The guy was unselfish with his time. and his contributions to teams, and I can't say enough great things about Chip. So I greatly appreciate Pitt extending this award, but to me the real thrill for me personally is that it's in Chip's name. A guy I admire so much, and to be awarded an award in his name means everything to me.